Talk, talk, talk. Does it really work? We've tried it before. It never works. It never resolves our disputes. It never resolves our conflicts. My name is Anisia Mwaniki. I'm a lawyer, an advocate of the High Court of Kenya, a professional mediator and trainer. And on this channel, I talk about mediation as an alternative to trying to settle our disputes in litigation in a court of law. But then when we talk about mediation and we talk about having a dialogue, sometimes people ask, does it really work? We've tried it before, it doesn't work. And then in this series, I'm going to cover the process of mediation. Like I've said in the earlier, in one of the earlier videos, is that when we are faced with conflict, when you're in a conflict situation, we usually instinctively opt for either fighting or taking flight. But then we realize that we never get a permanent solution to our conflict because the retaliatory cycle just continues. And then we say that mediation is a middle way where we stop and have a dialogue about whatever it is that is bothering us, talk about it, and see whether we can get a mutual solution to our problem. But obviously, if we don't know how to handle that dialogue, we wouldn't be able to get to a successful conversation. Yeah. And that's why in today's video, we are going to talk about, in summary, what that mediation process is. And then it has 4 elements. And we say it is face-to-face talking about the problem without interruption, long enough to find a solution. Let's briefly just highlight those 4. Face-to-face talking, that we are going to meet with a person that we're in conflict with and we talk face-to-face. Secondly, we'll talk about the problem, not other things, because when you're in a conflict situation, this can be very uncomfortable. We can end up talking about the sun and the moon. We are going to concentrate on talking about the particular problem that is causing us some trouble. Then third is that without interruption. Because when there are interruptions, it's like we're distracting ourselves and we won't get to the bottom of things. And we'll break that dialogue in a way that we won't get results. Yeah. And then we say long enough to find a solution. We're not going to talk for 2-3 minutes about something that is eating us up. We need to give it a little time, a lot of time sometimes, to dig into whatever it is that is bothering us. I've talked about in another video about talking it out and speaking about our thoughts, our feelings, so that we can get to the bottom of things. And then so that we give ourselves enough time to get to a point where we get a solution to that problem. And we want to get to a point where we are able to get a solution that is durable, not one where it's going to be just another vicious cycle, another retaliatory cycle that we will get into. We want to get a solution once and for all. Obviously, when we talk about this dialogue, there are 2 phases to it. We teach, I train people on at 2 levels, as it were. Yeah. One, which is what we call self-mediation, where we are taught dialogue skills to resolve our day-to-day or ordinary clashes that we have with people that we are in relation with, yeah, either at home, at our workplace, in business, in the community, and we can try to have some kind of self-help, yeah, to resolve our conflict without or before we go to a third party. And then at another level, I train people who want to learn those skills at a professional level so that they can be either they can get managerial skills where they can mediate matters that relate to people who are under their charge, or even at a third level where they want to become professional mediators. Because obviously, as we said, if we don't know how to hold that dialogue, that conversation, it will not be successful. Yeah, and that's why we need the skills. So let's give ourselves time for those who would be interested to learn those skills, either for self-help or to know that we can have recourse to a trained mediator who has the skills to handle those kind of crises that we may be in, or who can help us talk through our dispute or our conflict so that we can get to a lasting solution to that problem that we have. So remember, the simple process of mediation is that face-to-face talking about our problem without interruption long enough to get a solution. Let's keep talking. There's more coming and there's more learning to do. See you in the next video. Bye.